Hi friends, what's this spin box? We can change the number from any range. We can specify and change the number within that range. And it is not only the number, we can change even the string also. So if you specify a list, we can browse through that and set the values. Now we'll learn how to set the values, how we will read the values, and how we'll set a default value and various options of the spin box. Here is a blank template. In that we'll add our spin boxes. We'll start with SB1. Now tk.spinbox. Now my parent window is my w, that is at the line number 2, you can see, and it's a number what user will select. So I'll say from underscore equal to, let's say starts from 1 or then ends at you can give any figure. Let me give 20. Now slightly width I will give. Width equal to, let's say it's a number. So let's place it in a grid now. Grid row equal to 1, column equal to 1. Now slightly I will move right, so I will not flush it with left edge. So pad x equal to, let's say give 10. Then slightly from the top edge also will give little space 20. Fine. So one more will take it where user will be selecting strings from that. So for that we'll say my list. Let's create one list first, and inside that we'll keep some data as 1, 2, now let's say 3. You can give it, even you can take data from database also, or from a CSV file you can use it. So if possible, that also we'll see. Now this is a list I have. Now this list will connect to a spin box. So let me give SB2. I'm another spin box I'm declaring here. Sorry, SB2 equal to tk dot spinbox. Now parent window my w. Now after that I will say that these values, instead of from and to, I'm just connecting it equal to my list. This also slightly I will give the width equal to, let's give 10. Now place it on the grid. SB2 grid row equal to 1 to the right of it, so we'll give column equal to 2. That's all. Now these are the two here, 1. So second one is this SB2. Now let's see how this 2 looks or appear in our window. So here it is. I can go 1, 2, I can go up to 20 because 20 we are given, and the second one also because 5 items we have placed in a list. So here it is how I can add values to it. Now let's move towards the default setting. I will create 2 string variables. So first one is t1 equal to tk dot string var. So and connect it to here. So I will say here that text variable equal to t1. So now it is connected to a string variable, and the same thing what I will do, I will set it the value t1 dot set, say I am giving it at 10. So it should set the value at 10. Moment it opens, user can change it. Now this for the second one, let me just select one more string variable t2 equal to tk dot string var. Now here again I am connecting it to text variable t2 and set the value here t2 dot set, now say 4. So it should select a value as 4. Let me save it and run. So by default we'll see, yeah, you can see this is by default it is 10 and it is at 4. I can change it to whatever I want, but by default it comes. Suppose you are pulling some data from the database or from the CSV file and selected one. Okay, let the user change it, but this is the default one. Now we'll see how we'll read the value dynamically, or once the data is changed by the user, how you will read and display it. Here we have just the spin box, nothing else is there. We'll try to read it in different ways. You can see the window here. Yeah, so this is the spin box we have. We'll change this and we'll display the values in two labels here. We'll place 2 labels here and display it. So y2 is one will directly read by using a common string variable, and the second one by using get method. So that is why 2 we are taking. Let me first place the my labels here. tk dot label. Sorry. Okay, my window is parent window. So if you have different one, you can use. Now I'm directly using text variable. Text variable is equal to t2. T2 is text variable I have declared at line number 7, you see, and this T2 also I am connected to my Spin variable, Spinbox at here. So you can see the same text variable I am keeping it here. So both will have a common value, so that's why it will change. I'll just width I am adding width equal to 10. Now slightly different background I am giving, so it will look differently. Then that's all. Let me place it on the grid. L1 dot grid. This is where I will place it is row equal to 1 next to it, so column equal to 2 next right of the spin box, whatever you are using. I'll just copy this, place it below that, so not physical below, it will on the window, it will be right of it. L2 I am making it. I am removing this text variable from here. Text variable removing, but what I will do, I will give the text, write text here equal to something I will write. This will be replaced data, then be width, let it be whatever it is. I will go for slightly different color, so you can light blue. You can change it to whatever, or hex code you can use it also. And column I am giving right of it, so 3 right of my second label. So you can just see this also how it looks. Let's run once and see. Sorry, here I did a mistake. Column I have not, row 1, column 2. This is already column 2 for my Spinbox 1. Here it is. So I had to make this column 1. So because earlier I used one Spinbox, that place I have used it. Fine. So here it is, this. Now you can see that if I'll change this, one is changing, the second one is not changing because we have not connected it, but the first one is changing, this one is changing because it is having a common string variable. Now let's see how I will change the second one. Now I'll use the option here, text variable t2. Okay, here I will say command equal to disp. This is a function I will be declaring now. Command. Okay, so I have so far not done. Here I will come back. I will say here define this display, whatever name you can give this. Now here I will say L2 dot config. Now inside config, the option text I am changing. It is for the second label. L2 is our second label, the right of it. So text equal to SB2. This is Spinbox 2 get. So I am reading the value and setting it as a text for this. Now this command option will always, it's a callback function, it will always run it, means it will call that function, so it will do. And one more thing, if you want, you can just print sb2 dot get. This is what it will do. It will just print the value in your console. If you want, you can keep this or leave it. So that's all for your easy. I will just give a space here. Now here are my two labels, or use L1 and L2. So I have given one as yellow background. So just to differentiate between these two, let's run this and see. DISP is not defined. Okay, I think I have. What is the DESP? Okay, here I change the spelling. Fine. Whatever name you want to give it. Fine. So now you can see I am changing 1, 2, 3, 4. Whatever I am changing, both the labels are reflecting that. One is through the string variable and another is through the command function I have used it. So that is another important thing is how you will enable or disable one. We'll see when we will discuss about the options. Now let's move towards options now. And you can even use the methods of delete and insert. Better we'll see that and then move towards option. We'll remove our labels here. So we can keep here two labels we used. So removing them. Now here we have the spin box. So in that we'll try to disable it. So we'll say the state is equal to disabled. Now this disabled option will disable it. Now we can see this also. So you can see this is disabled. Now the other values for the state is either it can be normal. So always it is by default it is normal, or read only. So what happens once it's a read only? Read only cases you can change it also, but you can't add in. You cannot use the options. You can change the values, that is allowed, but you can't use insert, delete, all those options. So that way it will not allow you any updation. So that is the main. And we can suppose this read only. I'll remove this. I will do disable by using config also. So I can use here sb2.config then state equal to disable. Fine. So you can just see it this way also. I can disable it. Now it is disabled. So this is one of the, suppose some other radio button you click, then this should enable. All those conditions you can add, or those requirements and come in the while building a application. Now let's move on to our adding and removing. You will use methods to insert and remove. Now let's try that this 4 whatever we have written will make it to uppercase letters. So I'll remove this disabled. Fine. So now T2 is a string variable. Now what I will do, I will say this is a string variable. So I will make it T2 set to 4. What happens with this? Now this way, if I'll run it now, I can see that I have it is 4 is set. Now what I will do, I will delete this sb2 dot delete 0 then end. Fine. Now that this will remove it. Now I will insert it. sb2 insert. These are the delete, insert. These are the methods we are using. So we'll say 0 now our. So this is what I am inserting it to it. Inserting means adding. At the position where I have made it 0. This line 16 will remove that and this will add. Let's see how it works. You can see now it is 4 because I have used the set one, so it is 4. Now let's close this. So you have seen. Now can you do this operation when in the case the state is read only? Let's check that. What you will do, we'll put it state equal to read only. Okay, disable there is no chance. Read only, let's see how it behaves. Now no, it will not allow because it is read only state is there. Okay, there is a suppose now we'll remove all these options and we'll try to now to suppose it is a you want to change add some values to this. Now let's do that. How we'll do? Now there is a 4, 5. Now I want that there should be a 6 also. So what is the better way? Now because this is simple, this is because it's a list. Sorry, I have written here my tuple. It is better to write list because I am using a list. It's the name only. I am just changing it here list. So I must change it here list. Okay. So list is there. Now this list I can add or insert anything to this and then configure it to that. So what I will do, my list dot insert. I am not touching the spin box. I am working on the list. What is the value? So my list insert at the point 5. The value is 6. Index position 5 is it's the last one. G starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I am adding at 5th position 6. But that's added to the list. Now I have to reconfigure this. So what I will do, sb2.config. Now values. Values is one of the this is one of the option is there. So we have already used values to connect to the list. Now I will say again my list. So now the new list is connected. So now let's see how our 6 is added or not. sorry, it's this, I must remove it. Okay, this read only at this stage will not affect, because we are not affecting the SB2. It's a good, let's see the read only, how it does it affect or not. It will not affect. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, because the read only has not affected. The reason is this read only for the property of the, this is the option for the spin box, whereas the list we have changed and configured it. So this has no effect right here, but directly I can't insert or delete anything from here. So I can remove this and try. So this is how we can see that values are added, deleted. Now let's try some other applications. We will try to connect a spin box with a scale. I have just placed the spin box here. It is 0 to 100. I removed the values from that where you have used a list. So it is 0 to 100 only, it will change. Now let's add a scale to this. So we'll say sc equal to scale inside that parent window. It's my window. Now I am specifying from 0, sorry, from equal to 0, now 2 equal to 100, and little give a better font, equal to font 1. Font 1, yeah, I've declared it at the top. Now let's say orient equal to horizontal. Let's horizontal. So here I am keeping. Now the important part is variable. Variable I am connecting to a string variable, which I have okay, I have line number 6 I have written here, string variable I have declared it, so I am connecting it to that. This is important actually. Now I'll specify a length, length equal to, now you can give anything, whatever you want. Let me just give slightly more length. Fine. So this my screen variable is ready. I have to place it on a grid. So grid, now row equal to is 2 and column equal to 1. Now slightly I will give a left edge. It will not flush with the edge. Slightly I am moving away. So left edge of pad x equal to 30. Now this is the screen variable I have so far written. SB string, but here I have also connected. Note that I have here also for the variable I have connected to string variable for our spin box also, row 1 column. So let's just run this and see how it works. So okay, it has gone down a bit. So here I have to remove this pad y. Pad y, let me give 5 here because it is pushing down. So pad y equal to 5. Now yeah, so let's see how this works. Okay, you can see now both I am able to change it. Now if I'll change this also, I can change the spin box. So any one I change, both will be changing. So this is how I can connect it. Now let's remove this and study some options of it. Now I am just removing this scale from here. Scale, sorry, I have okay, the scale I have removed. Let's understand some options of it. To this, let's we have already seen various options already, font, from, then state we have important one. Now let's see we can use fg equal to green. Then let's have some border, higher size border equal to, let's say 8, and relief. This you can use. These are the common options, whatever are available for your button, label, for all the widgets it is available. Let me see this correct is green, and you can use hex code also. So relief is I see raised. So all the relief options you can see there are 5, 6 are there, raised, sunken, and many are there. So that list you can see here. So let's run this and see. You can see the border has width has changed. Because this became green because I have given the green here. Let me just see. Yeah, the green I have given. You can change it also. Border is 8. Now like that, there is a list of options which is very common also. You can use them. So that's all. You can experiment with the different option, and if you have any question or suggestion or any ideas or any doubt, you can use the comment section below to post them. And we'll request you to please subscribe and press the bell icon so you will be notified as and when the new tutorials are posted. And thank you for watching.